hello, my people. Good day to you, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time zone you're listening to this, thank you for tuning in every single day to listen to me on Daily Mind Shift. My name is Michael Ujola for Mindset Transformation Africa. And on today's episode, I want us to talk about health, all right? I'm not a health expert, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician, nor am I a medical personnel in any way, but health it's not about you going to school to study how to treat it or whatever. It's just about basic knowledge of life that you should have. So lately I had people close to me that have health scares, all right? Like they have health scares, it's either their parents, it's either themselves and all that. So I want to talk a little bit about that so that we take wisdom, the same wisdom that I'm trying to take in what has happened in the past few months, in the past few weeks, some few days ago. That same wisdom I want us to also think about. Let me anchor today's episode on this statement. Consider your contribution to your life and the life of others by considering your health habits today. Consider your contribution to your life and life of others by considering your health habits today. You've heard it that they say health is wealth, right? Let's flip that on its head a little. Because what if I told you that your health is more than your wealth? It is your contribution to life. It is your contribution, your energy, your vitality, your presence, your ability to show up, not just physically, but emotionally, mentally, relationally. All of that stems from the way you care for your health. So I want to ask you something up front and something very personal. What are your health habits saying about the value you place, not just on your life, but on the lives that depend on you? What are your health habits saying about the value you place not just on your life, but on the lives that depend on you? Let's just go a little bit deeper. When we talk about health, there is this tendency to make it private. My body, my rules, my fitness journey, my eating preferences. And believe me, I've said that too. But here's a mind shift I want you to embrace today. Your health habits are never isolated, okay? Your health determines how you engage with your spouse, how patient you are with your kids, how much energy you bring to your team, and how fully present you can be with the people who love you. Have you ever been sick and you noticed how your whole household or your workplace feels about it? They feel it. It's like your absence or weakness sends a ripple effect through the entire system. When you are well, others benefit. When you are depleted, distracted, or sick from long-term neglect, others carry that burden. So here's a reframing that I want you to have. Taking care of your health is an act of service. It is a gift. It is a daily investment, not just in yourself, but in your contribution to other people. Let's talk about purpose for a while. We all want to fulfill our calling, chase our dreams, all right, serve others, live deeply meaningful lives. But here, I think here's the part we often ignore. You don't live purposefully if you live perpetually tired. Let me say that again for the people that are not listening. All right, listen to me now. You don't live purposefully if you live perpetually tired. Purpose requires stamina. Contribution requires clarity. Impact requires consistency. And all of that is tied directly to your health habits. What you're eating, how much you're moving, how well you're sleeping. That's my problem. And how often you're resting. Not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. See, if you're trying to change the world, but your body is breaking down, you're not maximizing your gift. You might be called, but you are not conditioned. Sometimes your next level has less to do with your prayers or more, and it has more to do with what is in your plate. It has less to do with your dreams. It has more to do with your discipline. See, your body is not just a vehicle, it is a message. You would have heard people say that your body is a temple. It's cool. It's even written in the scriptures. Let me add another layer to that. Your body is a messenger. It broadcasts how much you believe your life matters. Are you treating your body like it's replaceable, or you treat it like it's sacred? Are you feeding yourself like someone you love, or like someone you've given up on? Do your choices reflect care or convenience, respect or recklessness? This is not about achieving a perfect body type. No, this is about choosing to act like your body matters, because it does. When you show up to the world rested, hydrated, energized, and aligned, you are not just making a health statement, you are making a value statement. You're saying, I care enough to care for me so I can better care for you. I care enough to care for me so I can better care for you. That is a powerful statement. See, I know the world of wellness can feel overwhelming. You scroll through social media and it is like, eat raw, go vegan, lift heavy, do yoga, run marathons, track your macros, do cold plunges, don't eat after 6, take these 32 supplements. This is overwhelming. All right, so breathe a little. Let me bring it back to something manageable. You don't have to be a health expert to build health habits. All right, you just need to start with intentional micro decisions. Here are some simple but powerful ways you can start. Drink more water today. Simple. Not next week, no, not tomorrow, today. Drink more water. Add one more vegetable to your plate. Simple. Not today, not tomorrow, not tomorrow, not next week. Right now. Add one more vegetable to your plate. Okay, go for a 15-minute walk. I know you can do that, right? Stretch before bed. I know you can do that. Say no to one thing that drains your energy. Go to sleep 30 minutes earlier than normal. Put your phone down an hour before bed. That one is difficult for me too, but put your phone down an hour before bed. See, these are not radical things that we cannot do, but they, by doing them consistently, they build momentum. And momentum creates movement, and it is movement that transforms our lives. Yours first, then other people's life will be transformed by the movement that you started. See, you cannot pour from an empty cup, but you can fill your own cup on purpose. You've probably heard that phrase before. You can pour from an empty cup, but here's what many people miss. You can refill your cup on purpose. It doesn't happen accidentally, all right? You don't stumble into health. You schedule time for movement. You choose nourishing meals. You protect your sleep like it is a sacred ritual. You detox your digital life so that your mind can breathe. And maybe most importantly, you give yourself permission to be well. Some of us have subconsciously believed that caring for ourselves is selfish, that rest is laziness, that burnout is the price of significance. See, let's break that lie today. You are not more valuable because you are more exhausted. All right, you are not more valuable. In fact, you are less available to those who need you if you are running on fumes. So self-care is not selfish. It is sustainable stewardship of a life that matters. Let me stretch your mind a little bit further as I tie this up. The health decisions you make today, those tiny, seemingly insignificant habits, are shaping the next generation. Think about that. Your kids are watching. Your mentees are watching. Your friends, co-workers, community, they are all absorbing your example. When you model discipline, balance, energy, joy, presence, you give permission for other people to do the same. And that ripple effect, that is your legacy. Imagine your children growing up not just with your values, but with your vitality, not just with your wisdom, but with your wellness. Let me just bring this home. Your health habits are not just about your body. They affect your mind and your soul too. When your body is well, your mind is clearer. When your mind is clearer, your emotions are steadier. When your emotions are steady, your relationships improve. And when your relationships are whole and they improve, your soul is at peace. You see the connection right there? And that is what I want you to see today. So pick something simple. A glass of water first thing in the morning, a 15-minute walk during your lunch break, a tech-free hour before bed, one nourishing meal,